Kids and cadets, welcome back to Tommy Time. Thanks for coming out. This is a 2011 Honda powered pressure washer. It's a Simpson. Customer brought it to me, said the recoil rope here broke. So he said he went to take this recoil housing off. It's got 3 screws. The lawn mowers are the same way. Doesn't matter what's under the unit. This whole top piece is going to be the same on a mower or a pressure washer. He went to take the other 2 10mm off. He had no luck. He said they just kept twisting. So what's happening is these 10mm nuts get a little rusty and cruddy and they won't break loose. So what you end up doing is taking the whole stud up through the block. So let's go ahead and just keep removing these 2 10mm. Eventually the whole tank assembly is going to come off. That long stud's going to remove itself from the block. That's all you got to do. There's no other way around this scenario. You just got to keep going. So I got both the back ones loose. The front one here came off on its own. So let me get some channel locks and I'll disconnect the fuel tank. I think that's the best way to do it. That way I can show you what's going on. The tank is empty. He had no fuel in this. So you can see the whole stud here removed from the top of the engine. Same thing with here. There's a 10mm head here at the bottom of this that you can grab onto, like so. Put your opening wrench in there, 10mm. Turn it back around, put your socket on it, and then break this loose. It might be a bear, it might give you a little bit of trouble, but it'll break free. Let me get this thing all lined up the way I want it. Okay, that's all it took on that one. Remove the washer style nut. And this is the stud that ends up in your hand. So it's going to go back into the block like this. You might want to put a little Loctite. I use fingernail polish. Goop up the threads a little bit with some fingernail polish. Help seal it in the block. And then what you're going to do is put some grease here on the top facing threads. So just goop that up so it doesn't lock itself up again. This is used in wet conditions. Water gets in here and makes this difficult to get off. So back in the block, get my 10mm. Open in. And then just screw this back down till it's tight. Okay, so that's tight. Let's remove the second one. Same thing, open and wrench, 10 millimeter on that. Flip it around so I have access to the washer nut. This one's a little more difficult. Okay, we just broke that one free. So if they start pulling out of the block, these bolts just keep going all the way. You're going to have to manhandle them once this tank is off the engine. I thought I had it. It lied to me. I got to put the socket back on it. I'm dancing around here, giving you guys a headache. Make sure it's all the way off. There we go. Now we're in business. So a little bit of fingernail polish, and then we're going to gobber up the threads here so that doesn't happen again. Use my Pro Value wrench, tighten it down. No idea where this thing came from, probably a yard sale. So tank can go back down again. I'll reattach the fuel line. I'll gobber up those threads with some grease in a minute. Now I'm going to tackle this broken recoil. I'm going to end the video here. I just wanted to show you how to get these studs up that are uncooperative. What I'll do here is fish out the string, pull it all the way out, put a screwdriver in here once all the tension's on the spring, and then run a new string through it. That's how I'm going to tackle this. And then pull the screwdriver out of the hole here. It'll release the tension, and then the spring will go to work. It looks like both pawls are in place. I'll put a little oil down here to lubricate this so it turns a little freer, and then put this thing back on. There you go, just a little work on this GCV 160. Hope you guys are having a good day. Thanks for coming out, checking out 2 stuck bolts out of 3. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. just power through them, take them all the way out, and work them when you get the whole tank on the bench. Work those nuts free. Have a good day. Remember, tip your waitress and wait staff. They depend on you immensely.